to Gals and Goblins. Today, I will be your Goblin Master, Olivia Rose McCain.
No, you won't.
I won't. I just lied. I lied to you. There is no Goblin Master. That was the first
Goblin Master now.
That was the first test of today. We're all the Goblin Master. Of course, I'm joined by Campbell Duffy, Lilly Persifield, and we have an extra special person with us. And you might be thinking, Jared? No. Jared, we entered him into agility course training today, and that's where he's off to, so he couldn't make it for this recording.
He's weaving through bars right now.
Yeah, he's going through tunnels.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He's stopping on the end of a seesaw. We have a wonderful guest joining us. You might know her. She's an actor and writer in Los Angeles. She hosts Tabletop News, also plays Ecstasy in the sitcom web series The Party. Fun facts, she likes to roller skate, do narrative improv, and cast Eldritch Blast. So we're so excited to welcome Jewell to the podcast.
Woo! Gals, goblins, it is my great honor to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
We always give our guests the option if you're a gal or a goblin, or we have many galblins that have come on.
Yeah, well, I knew this question was coming, so I thought about it. I thought about it a lot, and I feel that I am a gal, but when I play TTRPGs, it's goblin. It's goblin mode.
Hell yeah.
I like that.
I would say we really identify with that. I know our whole branding is like, we're the gals, but are we when we play?
Often a goblin.
As somebody who plays a small cat boy, are we?
Yeah.
Perfect. This is exciting. We are playing not Dungeons and Dragons. We're not at Frogmont. So if that's what you came here for,
leave.
Stay anyway.
Leave.
If you're gonna leave a mean comment because it's not Frogmont, leave. If you'd like to have new experiences, stay.
Ooh.
That's a challenge.
You're feeling bold and brave.
Brave and bold. If you're listening and learning, you should stay.
Yeah.
Which I always am.
Oh.
We all should be. We're playing Low Stakes by Craig Campbell. We love Craig, apparently. Craig also did Die Laughing that we played for Halloween. So similar thing, but this is based on a beloved show called...
Can we say it?
Yeah, we can say the name of the show.
Okay.
I didn't write the game, so that's not like my problem.
They say it in the game. They say this game is based on...
Yeah.
What we do.
Oh,
in
they
the
say,
shadows.
Inspired by what we do in the shadows.
By.
A love letter to, I believe.
What we do in the shadows.
Bottom, yeah.
So if you are a What We Do in the Shadows fan, which I would assume our audience, we got a lot of overlap.
The Venn diagram is a circle.
Yeah. You're gonna love this. So think we're getting into vampires, ghosts, werewolves, maybe humans. I don't know. If you want to play this, go to our show notes and we'll have the link per usual. Jewell, there's a lead player that starts when we start the scenes. So after our little intros,
Right.
Would you like to be the lead player first as our guest?
Yes, I would. And so we roll dice to pick the scene?
Yes. So
Okay.
how it'll work is we'll all do our little intros, and then from there, we'll roll the dice and pick the first scene, and that's where you'll come in as the lead player for that.
Okay.
But you'll get the clout first.
That's right, I will.
So really, we're just putting the
that sounds
target
good.
on your back.
Yeah, for birthday, we're going to be coming after your clout.
We don't know if are you saying it's Clementine's birthday?
Yes, you didn't know that.
Clementine's birthday, everyone. Maybe, hang on. Maybe everybody thinks it's everybody else's birthday. Anyway, let's get started. And whoever wants to introduce first, set the shot, set the scene.
Wide shot on a beautiful library study. Tall stacks of bookshelves and scrolls, a desk covered in papers, and sitting behind that desk, a ghostly shade of a translucent man. He's got flowing hair, a mustache and a beard, and classic Elizabethan dress. We're talking those poofy shorts. We're talking slashed sleeves. Spattered in ink, frantically writing with a quill pen. Psh, ink splashes everywhere. We cut to a tight shot, and he looks up at the camera. Well, you can imagine what kind of tiff I'm in. It's the lovely Clementine's birthday, and I've barely even written her 5 sonnets. So, if you could just please leave, I must get back to this. And he kicks the camera crew out of the room.
There's still like this shot like through the door.
Yeah.
He keeps like looking behind him.
Yeah, he's like paranoid, like peeking at the door, and then he's like, the torches and all the stars in the heaven. No, shit, no. Crosses it out. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Torches in the stars. And he keeps writing.
Oh, bless him.
It cuts to, he finishes the sonnet and he signs it. Francis H. Barlowe.
Nice.
He looks up and he catches the camera through the thing, and he says, "A night of solitude and privacy." And through his ghostly powers, the door is slammed.
Ooh. The camera crew has been like kicked out into the hallway.
Yeah.
And they start walking down the hallway, and then this girl with like bleached blonde hair and like a very punk looking outfit. She's got like a patch jacket on and like ripped like jeans and big boots, and she's like dragging a body out into the hallway. She goes, "Oh, hello! I'm sorry, I didn't think you guys would be here so early." And she's like, "Oh, let me just put this away. I'm sorry. Hello, I'm Victoria. Sorry about that guy. I've been trying to put together a new band. They all keep turning out to be fascist pigs. So,
Holy shit.
I have had to eat quite a few of them. It's really hard to find good punk musicians in upstate New York. Anyways, I'm trying to put a band together for the party tonight. I got 2 other guys to put away too." And she just goes back into her room to pull out.
Yeah, they like kind of no sudden movements. Back up.
I think you go back into your room and the camera pans down. Sitting in the middle of the hallway is one of those dogs that are like some sort of fucking doodle, pretty small. They have those human-looking eyes.
Oh no.
With a little bandana on, just staring at the camera. And then the dog looks around and then transforms into a girl with long brown hair. She's wearing a flannel and she's like, "Hey guys, good to see you again. I'm Randy. I'm really excited about this. As you can see, I'm a werewolf. I'm gonna be honest. Don't tell them that though, okay? Because I showed up here 3 weeks ago. I was just pulling a prank. I just like to pull a prank on people. I didn't know they were like vampires and ghosts here. I thought they were normal. I thought it was just a scary looking house. And I thought they'd catch on to me in like at least the first hour and then I'd be kicked out. And I've been here 3 weeks and they haven't figured out that I'm not just a dog. So we're running with that. I'm excited for you guys to be here. Don't tell my secret or I'll eat you. Just kidding. I'm not kidding. Actually, don't tell them because I have hopes and dreams that I have to achieve, and that's why I'm here. Transforms back into a different dog, into a small Pomeranian, and trots down the hall.
Victoria's pulling the next guy out into the hallway, and she's like, "Hello, puppy," and she gives you a little pat on the head.
Bark. I say bark.
So good.
Around the corner is basically like the service kitchen because this is an old house. So there's this like tiny little kitchen that, the servants used to use. And the camera crew hears some like clanging from in there and they go in there and there's no one in here seemingly, but various assortment of goblets and champagne flutes are being magically seemingly turning into a tower of glasses, like when you pour champagne and it all goes down. But like they're they're kind of clanging into each other and breaking, and glass is flying everywhere. And then suddenly appears a ghost of a woman, and she sees the camera crew. She's like, "Oh, come in. Oh, I've been waiting for you guys to be here." And she's straight out of the 1920s. She's wearing like a floor-length beaded gown. She has everything's translucent, but it was originally translucent robe that's over.
In life too.
And I'm so thrilled you're here. Have you been informed? It is my birthday after all. I'm so excited. I've been working on the canapes all day, and if you look to the side, there's like a bunch of like ugly crackers and sardines, like little pieces of food that are just spread out on the counter. And I absolutely can't wait to see who arrives. I mean, there's so many people in my Rolodex who I haven't seen in years, decades. It's been years. And did you know, I died at my birthday party. So it's sort of a special occasion.
That's so good.
In the background of you talking, Randy's gonna come in and eat like 3 of the canapes and then keep going. We've introduced our characters. Now it's time to play scenes, which these are actually listed in, what do I call this? A handbook, a manual, the game. And Jewell, if you do the honor of rolling for our first scene, you'll roll 2d6, and that will pick our first scene, and you'll be the lead player.
Okay, 3 plus 5 is 7, right?
No, so
That's
close.
8.
I hate to be the one to break this news. I hate to tell you this.
For a second, I thought about just agreeing, and then I said no. I said the audience, they'll never.
You have my consent.
I want to yes and this.
You guys have, this is actually a really good listening and learning opportunity for me to learn math, but also for you guys, you just are, every time I fuck something up, you just please tell me. Please.
I also thought it was ironic. I feel like Lilly might be the worst at math at the table.
So bad.
And so she immediately went, no.
I broke the rules of improv.
Shit.
Oh no.
Anyway, that is 8, and that means our first scene is you run out of food or drink. Hey, look at that.
Well, yeah.
Already.
Okay, now within the scenes, just before we start, does everyone roll a check or only the lead player rolls a check?
Everyone can roll a problem area check. I don't think you have to, but it would be beneficial to. And but only one person can roll a clout check.
Yes.
So clout in this game is what we're vying for, and the lead player, which is Clementine, aka Jewell, has it right now, and that basically means Jewell gets to roll 2 dice anytime she makes a check. We only get to roll 1 unless we spend confidence points. So somebody can steal clout from Jewell in this scene. Jewell can voluntarily give clout, or, I mean, I guess Jewell could just maintain the clout.
Okay, cool.
It won't happen, but Jewell could try. Well, I guess if Jewell made the clout check first.
We're coming for it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd gonna do to get it, but
It'll be something.
Dogs can go shopping at the grocery store, can't they?
Werewolves can.
yes.
Okay, cool.
Why do we roll for clout narratively?
I think it's like whoever's like taking charge of the situation and the person that we're like all looking towards.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, like kind of like in what we do in the Shadows episodes, there's always one character who's like actively solving the problem or like leading them through a problem. And I think that's who's getting the clout. The person we respect the most at that point in time.
Okay, great.
And that's why it's so fluid.
Sweet.
Okay, excellent. Oh, by the way, my name is Clementine Montague. So Clementine Montague has been in the kitchen. She's been assorting her canapes, her drinks, and she goes ghost into the fridge.
Ghost.
She goes ghost into the fridge to discover that there are no sardines left. There are no more crackers. The milk has gone bad. it's an absolute graveyard in here. And so she goes ghost out of the fridge, up the stairs, actually back down the stairs. She's looking around for anyone to help her, and maybe she runs into Victoria. Victoria, where are you?
I'm in the hallway. I just got done cleaning up my mess.
Okay, oh, and she
A little covered in blood.
She goes out of ghost. She reappears to mortalize. Victoria, oh God, I hate what you're doing.
Oh, shit.
I hate what you're doing.
You scared the fuck out of me. God, just stop doing that.
I do this all the time. Victoria, I am not a scary person.
Oh, it's just when you just appear out of
I
nowhere.
feel offended when you say that's scary.
I lost the accent already. Clementine, you're a lovely woman.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm so excited to celebrate your birthday and death day. A 2-in-1.
I'm so easily distracted by anyone saying something nice to me that I completely forget about what we were talking about before. So thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited as well.
Did you need something, Clementine?
Oh God, yes. I've just had dreadful news. The scads of mortals that are coming to this party, who I'm sure you've all invited, they're gonna have nothing to eat. Do we have anything in the basement?
The basement is... I remember that the basement is full of bodies. That's where I've been putting them. I don't...
Here's a shot of you like a few weeks earlier, like throwing another one onto the pile.
It's full. Like they're like you can't even make a down the stairs.
Like pushing yourself against the door.
Yeah. So we see. I kind of look at I glance at the camera. I go, I don't think we have any backups in the basement. I guess we could send Francis out to the corner store.
Did someone say Francis?
Oh yes, I love that. It's a lovely idea.
My dear, you look distressed. Whatever could it be?
Oh, I forgot. I am in such distress. We have no food for the party.
What? Well, perhaps I could summon a little something. Let me think. Oh, suddenly I see before me a banquet set with every type of food. Hams, soups.
Every soups.
Seasoned with every spices of the world, for our guests to arrive and eat, their banners unfurled. A beautiful, ghostly banquet table is filled. Unfortunately, this will only feed our ghostly guests. How many mortals did we invite? Well, not mortals, but, people with a physical digestive system.
You hear glass.
Everyone I invited were all vampires.
You hear glass crashing and breaking from the kitchen area.
Oh, we must go investigate.
Whoever goes to investigate, what you see is this beautiful, it was a champagne tower, right, Clementine?
Yeah.
You see Randy sitting there, Pomeranian form. All the glasses and extra champagne bottles are broken on the floor.
It's that hound you insisted on adopting, Victoria.
I did not adopt this dog. I thought this was Clementine's.
I thought this dog already lived here.
Clementine, you've lived here for 100 years.
Exactly. I thought surely there had to have been a dog on the grounds at some point.
A hound would never be so disloyal as to destroy its owner's own champagne tower. I can't believe this. Where is it?
It's sitting right in front of you. Bark, and then I'm gonna give all of you the biggest puppy dog eyes to try to inspire sympathy and steal clout. That's my clout skill.
Okay.
Damn.
Do we roll against you, or
No,
you
that's
see if
only
you
the last
succeed?
one.
Okay.
I need to get a 5 to succeed.
Okay.
And I got a 6.
God damn it.
Yes! Yes!
Oh.
What will a dog do with clout? I'll decide.
It's enchanted my heart with its stupid little beautiful face.
Oh, it's you're just too lovely of a pup. And you know what's so strange? Sometimes you're not, but right now you've really got my heartstrings.
I think Randy is gonna look Clementine in the eye and go, nobody likes champagne anyway. Speaking.
This hound is possessed! Possessed by another ghost!
I shake my head.
What? Oh! Ouch, foul demon!
Clementine kind of dramatically fake faints.
Oh.
Oh, I catch you and you pass right through my arms.
Oh my god, no.
And then she gets back up.
Oh, she's back within her spirits. Foul demon, what is it you wish from us? What has brought you to this house?
Party. Here for the party.
Oh, well, of course, for the lovely Clementine's birthday. Who can blame you?
I'll leave the dog as soon as the party's over.
Yes, we want our normal dog back. So you will have to get out of there.
Randy is looking at the camera with like as much as a dog can smirk in her Pomeranian form, being like,
Yeah, all right.
Wipe.
We gotta roll for this scene.
Oh my god. I am forgetting we were supposed to roll for anything. Okay.
Okay, well, you better...
You got clout, though.
Yeah, you've got
Okay,
clout.
I got
how about
clout.
you roll for next scene.
well, technically, Jewell gets to pick.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
got it.
Lead player
Oh,
picks
yes.
next lead player.
That's right. And we also are going to roll for the scene, or we just decide if another scene makes sense next.
We're supposed to roll, but if we're like, hey, I know what scene I want, I don't want to roll, I think we have that power. But if we want to roll for another one,
Let's have Francis be lead player for the next scene.
Of course. Naturally.
And unless someone has a hit for something, I'll roll for the next one. Okay, 5. Let's see what we had. Plus 4 is 9.
Yes!
a rival of one of the characters shows up at the party.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. Francis is back scribbling at his desk. He's like, none of this is working. This isn't worthy of Clementine. I never want to have to do this, but desperate times. What's this? A friend and rival upon my doorstep? I go to answer the door. Ding dong!
Oh.
Thomas, come in.
Oh, how do you do, Francis? It's been so long since I've seen you.
It hasn't been long enough, Thomas.
Oh, what was it?
Well, you know,
200 years ago that you thought you could write a play as good as me?
and just 200 years ago when I did.
I just don't think you have it in you anymore. Anyway, lovely party.
Well, we're setting up. It's not ready yet.
Oh, well, I came an hour late and it's not set up yet. It's fine.
Come to my study. My sonnet isn't done yet, and it's Clementine's birthday.
Oh, you're asking for help? From me, Thomas? Sir Thomas?
Sir Thomas, we all know that title attributed to you was a fluke.
Well, that's not what the history books say.
Whatever.
Where is that lovely, lovely little rebel of a vampire you're running around here?
Have you taken a liking to her or something? What did...
Just
Victoria comes in like carrying like speakers. She's like setting up the stage in the ballroom.
And this is like this ghost, very similarly dressed to Francis. Big Elizabethan ruffled collar, though. I don't know. Do you have one of those on? Party.
Bigger than Francis.
Yes. Yes. Bigger than Francis's. Sees Victoria and like floats over.
Ooh, the guys all float around everywhere.
Oh, did I give you chills, darling?
You remember my old enemy, Thomas?
Oh, Thomas.
I have been
Yes?
thinking up a sonnet for you.
Oh, good. Let's hear it.
And I want to say loose sonnet, maybe more of a poem, maybe a haiku.
Sir Thomas here thinks he can expound upon the sonnet, the perfect form of the sonnet. Let's hear it. Victoria, of course I am gonna tell you out of character, a sonnet is pretty long and not super
How
not super easy
to
to
write a
improvise.
haiku.
Oh my god. Victoria, you remember Thomas here.
I have to count my
it was
fucking
200 years ago.
syllables.
You don't remember. We wrote a play, and the critics made it clear whose was better. A term I coined, by the way. Critic. People don't know that.
Victoria,
I wrote that word.
you are as nice.
You're counting on your fingers?
Oh, you can see those? His hand is invisible. You are as nice as... That's it.
I don't even get to know what I'm nice as.
It's so progressive. It's so avant-garde. Said no one.
A grunge, dirty, nasty,
I like it.
big, stinky.
Yeah.
Oh, take back stinky. Basement.
Bloody.
Oh, that is the next line, darling. Bloody fabulous.
What?
That's the haiku.
Fantastic.
Anyway,
As eloquent as ever, Thomas.
A
Now,
fantastic
if you will
set of
focus-
lyrics.
If you will focus for a minute. Oh yeah, I hope you wrote all that down for your next song. I hope
I'll
you will
never
focus for a
remember
minute and
it.
remember that it is Clementine's birthday.
Who? Wipe.
Are any of us?
Now he's just floating around the house.
Shit! We have a game to play that's not just improv.
We don't have any confidence points.
Oh, I didn't check anything. Well, let's
Do we want to unwipe?
No. How about just for the end of the scene? My check is if his presence inspired, if our discussion inspired me, to write a better sonnet
Okay. For clout or
for clout. Yes.
okay.
Oh, I should have asked if Thomas plays any instruments.
Shit.
Well,
can
I
tell
don't
you
think
right
he's
now-
leaving.
Yeah, he is gonna stick around. The only instrument he plays is the blabbermouth of his. 3. Oh, I don't get it. So, guy, I guess I'll have to improvise a bad
Oh
sonnet.
my god, I think something happens to you.
What happens to me?
I don't know. Let me check. You have to introduce a complication. Yeah.
For your character.
Okay, the next scene is Francis has successfully gathered all members of the house into the living area. He's built a makeshift stage for himself, which is just the couch. He's standing on the couch and he's reciting his sonnet, which goes like this. The ever lovely and the ever fair Clementine lives in this house. Never could anyone do her justice by compare, and always she goes as quiet as a mouse. Clementine, it is your birthday and your death day in one, and never will you notice me
Oh,
in the golden light of the sun. I crumple it up and I say, "That's it. I'm not going." And I phase through the wall into my study. If the camera crew were to follow me and chase me down, I would be like muttering. Francis is muttering to himself. He's like, I bombed, I fucked it." He slams the door.
I think the camera crew pans to everybody else in the room.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
Randy is a big standard poodle right now.
Okay. And this was I rolled a 3 and the check was a 5. So this is a pretty big bomb.
Yeah.
Clementine is so like there's such a look of disgust on her face. She is so annoyed at what a bad poem that was. She can't believe this has happened to her on her birthday. Oh god. Actually, can I cut to the confessional?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh god. Okay, so the confessional is set up on like this there's this great fucked up green velvet couch in like one of the rooms.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yes.
there's like cobwebs and bookshelves and everything behind it. Okay, so she's lounging on the couch. Francis. Have I taken Francis as a lover? Yes. Does he remember it? I don't know. It was dozens and dozens of years ago. We were both so young then. But It's as if he fell in love with me. And listen, I'm open to as many people being in love with me as they'd like to be. It's not up to me to decide who's in love with me. But Francis, I mean, come on. Have a little bit of self-preservation. If you're gonna live in the same house as me and fall in love with me, give me something to work with then. Give me a little bit of panache for me to flirt back with.
We're the people behind the camera who are gasping.
Or the camera crew.
Yeah, you can hear the camera crew. They're like,
I've had great loves of every generation. Okay?
Oh my god.
I am a picky lover, but I'm open, okay? I'm open.
do you, after you finish a confessional, do you get something cool?
Yes. So because you played a confessional, if the confession hinders or harms your character, you get 2 confidence, or if it hinders or harms another character, you get 1 confidence. So I think this
Francis's feelings are hurt.
so I think this is a 1 confidence for hindering and harming Francis.
Yes.
So you get 1 more confidence, Jewell.
Thank you.
I think we cut back from the confessional back to the room of everybody just like sitting there.
Yeah.
And Randy is trying really hard. As much as a dog can have like bubbles in their cheeks, you know, like when you tell kids like, hold your bubble, shut the fuck up. You don't tell them to shut the fuck up, but
She's trying not to say anything.
she's trying not to say anything, and like she's trying really hard to just let it go, which is a problem area for Randy.
Oh.
So I will be rolling a problem area check. So I have to get a 6 on my D6. By the way, because I played an extra character in the scene before this, an NPC, I get 1 confidence. So I have 2 confidence
Ooh,
now.
you deserve that for whipping Thomas out of nothing.
Well, I'm so glad we could finally play the game. Hey, it's a warm up. We're just warming up.
Yeah.
So I got a 2, which means I can't hold it in. Randy's poodle cheeks are puffing and puffing, and she can't hold it in anymore. And she goes, "Oh, somebody's got to tell that guy that he's a shitty writer and nobody reads his plays anymore. Who's going to tell him?" And then she puts the bubble back in her mouth. Oh.
The demon dog's not wrong.
The demon has possessed another dog. What is it? Weren't you a Pomeranian? I think if
I'm
you
the same
if you,
dog. I'm the same dog.
If you're speaking up right now, I think you should be the one to tell Francis that he's writing shit.
Permission to speak through your dog more freely?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. I was thinking that maybe we could just like eat all his plays in the study that he wrote, because like there's no fucking way that anybody has a copy of this.
I mean,
You know?
I give you full permission to eat all of his plays. Go ahead, but we're not going to eat them. It's
Oh, that's fine. Well, everybody tell me your favorite play of his.
I gotta do a confessional real quick.
Okay. Cut to Francis.
Okay. I bombed. I don't know how I bombed. Do you know what? I've written some of the greatest plays that the centuries have to offer. And guess what? Everything attributed to William Shakespeare, that was me! Francis H. Barlowe has been written out of history. Do you know what? Do you know how much it hurts every day to have your own work quoted back at you like you didn't invent those words in the first place? Oh, William Shakespeare this, William Shakespeare that. Guess who was writing those things? And you know what? Don't even make a ghostwriter joke. I've heard them all before.
Says Lilly, making the ghostwriter.
That is my intellectual property, a term that I learned recently. This is an injustice.
Cut back.
So one of my problem areas is like cooperating with someone.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just gonna roll to see.
Let me set you up to try to cooperate.
Okay.
So the idea is like you want to try to do your problem areas, and when you try, you roll.
Okay.
Like kind of like a persuasion check, or like a, you know, like, oh, I want to convince them of this. That's when you would roll it.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Cut back. Randy still going on a rant. I mean, have you guys heard of Shakespeare? I've never heard of Shakespeare. Who is that? That's what all his plays say. That's not even his name. It's Francis. Anyway, I'm just a simple person possessing your beloved dog, right? Sure. I'm going to need some help. Victoria, I was thinking you could get the books out of there and then I could tear them up in peace. What do you say? Clementine, maybe you distract. Let's get them out of the study. Let's get those books.
Yeah, let's fucking do it, babe.
Roll your dice to see if you cooperate.
All right.
Actually.
I got a 2.
Great.
I head over to Francis's study. I start pulling down books, and they're not Shakespeare. Turns out, can't read.
That's so fucking punk rock of you.
I've lost the ability to read. Is this what you're looking for?
Hey, bring that back.
I take it without reading it because Francis caught you.
What are you doing with that? That's one of my best works.
This is Randy's idea.
I'm shredding it in the middle of the entrance.
Foul demon! You would desecrate my work.
I float up to Francis, and I'm gonna try to distract him, but I am still really upset about that ugly, ugly poem that happened.
They misattributed that. That should say Barlowe instead of Shakespeare.
Francis, why are you so busy talking about your old work that no one even knows if it belongs to you or not, when you could be working on something beautiful for my party tonight?
Clementine, you think I'm capable of that?
At this point, Francis, I'm really not sure.
I will make you believe in me, Clementine.
God, sometimes
I face back through the wall.
He's gone. I rip a bunch of books off. I swipe books off the shelf so Randy can eat them.
Yeah, the scene cuts.
Great.
Okay. I kind of rolled my check last scene.
And you played it this scene. And then I think you can pick who's the next lead character and we'll get back on the scene starts.
Yes,
because
who
I feel
has
like we
not
wrapped
been the
that.
lead character yet?
Me and Campbell.
Okay. Yeah, I want it to be Randy because we gotta figure out what's going on here.
Oh my God. I got an 8. So when you get a number that you've already rolled, you either go 1 up or 1 down. So
Ooh.
our options are we've done 9, so we can do 10. That's something valuable is stolen, or we can do 7, which is a piece of furniture gets broken.
We kind of already something valuable already was stolen, guys. Oh wait, who has clout right now?
Me still. Nobody's taking it.
Nobody's. Oh my God, we got to get it. Okay. Francis is in no place to get the clout back.
A piece of furniture gets broken.
Okay.
The camera crew is like going through the halls, can't seem to find anybody. And then they're gonna go into like the I want to say the ballroom. Yeah.
Yes.
Our house has a ballroom.
It does.
In the middle, Clementine has placed the birthday chair of honor. And this birthday chair, it's all she's talked about for the last 3 weeks. It's beautiful, it's ornate, it's golden, it's encrusted with jewels, some pearls.
Francis has done a sonnet about flowers over it, and so it's got like live flowers growing like out of it.
Randy, in human form, is like hanging out in the chair and is like, this shit is pretty nice. Do you think, she's like looking at the camera crew, do you think they'll remember my birthday when it comes up? I don't know. They really just refer to me as the dog. Hey, what day is it? What is the moon? Uh-oh. Is it a full moon tonight, guys? Just to the camera crew that's not responding.
The camera shakes like up and down. Yes.
Oh shit. And then suddenly, like, instead of like the dog form, you see like claws, like huge claws pop out of her hand. And she's like, guys, I'd get back if I were you. Begins her full like werewolf transformation. Like, you're hearing like, oh, you guys are gonna love this when Jared edits it. Bones cracking, like,
The camera's like backing up slowly.
nails popping out, like a big like, as her like werewolf head forms, and it's like a big like 8-foot fucking hulking werewolf. But as she transformed, it smashed the birthday chair in the process. And Randy looks down, looks back up, goes, whoopsie.
You've still got the clout?
I do have the clout.
Francis phases through the wall. Oh, hopefully the ballroom is looking beautiful. Oh! What? Demon, is that you?
Randy tries her best to get down on like all fours and go bark, bark.
No more of that! I'll not be tricked again! I see what you have done, demon. Destroyed Clementine's birthday chair.
It's just me, the dog. Something's happening to me. I don't know. Looks at camera and is like, ooh.
Victoria, in your queenly state, come into this room. I try to summon you.
Victoria walks into the room and it looks like there's some guests behind her. And she goes, what's going on?
Get in here and close the door.
I close the door.
What do you know about this creature?
Bark, bark.
That's Rufus.
We can't let Clementine know about this. Look, her chair is destroyed.
Uh-oh.
Ah, shit.
Oh,
That was...
We've got so many more chairs
you've
in
got
this
to
house.
put on your show. Listen, I'm having an existential crisis and I can't perform another sonnet. Can you still perform your rock concert to stall for Clementine and the guests? I'd start whispering and hopefully they don't hear me.
Yeah, of course, babes. One of my problem areas is doing what others tell me to do. I don't know. Let's see. Sorry, you're requesting. What was your request again?
To play your show.
To just play my show.
To play your show as a distraction.
Okay. I've got one confidence just from the beginning of this.
Yeah, you can use it.
Yeah, and you played an NPC earlier, kind of. 'Cause
Oh,
you were the
yeah.
film crew.
I'll give you a film crew, so you have two.
All right. 6.
Yes.
Okay.
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 We'll say beats it.
All right. Of course, babes. Let me just get finished setting up.
I'll distract Clementine. Wait, first, you are a humanoid. You are a humanoid beast.
Guys, I think it's time for me to come clean.
That's
One of my
just the
problem
dog.
areas is being honest with people. I got a 4, so I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not just a dog. You know when I showed up here 3 weeks ago? Do you guys remember that? Obviously,
Honestly,
okay.
babes, I thought
yeah,
you'd always been here.
It feels
Yeah.
like
I knew you didn't
Feels
remember
like 3
that. That
days
was
ago.
silly. That was silly of me to ask that question.
I've been putting up lost dog posters. They're very verbose.
Oh, you thought I belonged to somebody else?
Well, you certainly don't belong to me.
Well, I'm just a werewolf, guys. No. I come in peace. I don't know. I got kicked out of my pack and I was just playing pranks on people so I could like sleep in a house every night, and you guys just didn't seem to like care as much as other people or like send me to the pound. So
That's why it smelled so bad in here.
I think that's
Werewolf
Francis.
Frank.
Listen. How dare you say that?
Anyway,
I've got to tell Clementine about this. We've got to catch her up to speed, but we can't let her know about the chair. You go play your show. I'll meet up with Clementine. Just,
you want me to fix the chair?
you're the one who broke the chair.
Yeah, I can't fix it.
All right.
I open the door to let all the guests in, and then I hop up on stage with my guitar. And I start playing, and it's suspiciously familiar, and maybe not to you guys. It sounds so much just like Blondie. It's just like she's just playing Cherry Bomb.
Just
Cherry Bomb.
She's just playing Cherry Bomb by the Runaways.
Okay, I think the scene cuts there.
I've got to go find Clementine.
Oh shit.
Or were you gonna roll?
I was gonna roll for clout.
Roll for clout.
One of mine is show off big time.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Show off that you know Blondie big time.
Oh, it's a 3. Okay, never mind. I didn't get it.
Ha ha.
So your
How
stuff
do I
is,
still
your stuff
have
is just
clout?
okay.
No, I voluntarily give you my clout,
Oh,
Oh.
so you have to play.
all right. Thank you.
Take it. I'm in full werewolf form with a cup in the corner.
Are you playing? Okay, I'm gonna run off and fill in Clementine.
I think scene wipes.
Yeah.
I think next lead player is Clementine.
Okay.
Do we want to roll for this? Because we could just start it since there's a lot going on.
I think let's start it and solve this problem.
We're on our own rails now.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So Clementine is in the back courtyard, next to the fountain that has no water in it, and she's talking to a little gaggle of admirers, and they're all listening to her tell an anecdote. And she's smoking her long, ghostly cigarette, with a cigarette holder. Yeah, so that's where she's at. And then I said, darling, if you don't want to find me in the cabana, then don't bring me to the pool. God, but I'm always gonna end up in the cabana after all. Truly. Oh, what's that I hear? Oh, good. Have you guys heard my darling friend Victoria? She is the most incredible guitarist, vocalist, bassist, celloist. Surely there are other string instruments she plays. She's playing a set tonight. How about that?
I think Sir Thomas is in the gaggle listening to you and is like, oh, I do love Victoria, if I must say.
Isn't she such a doll?
Yes, and I was wondering, does she have any admirers that come here? Or does she, what's her relationship status is really what I'm saying.
Thomas, so forward you are. Can't you ever play a little bit coy?
No, we didn't really have that back where I'm from.
You didn't have coy?
No, not the attitude, only the fish.
Clementine does not laugh. Well, to answer your question, you're going to have to ask her yourself, because I don't keep myself apprised of Victoria's relationship status. That's her business as a vampire about the world.
That's understandable.
The other admirers are starting to get up and go over, and there's everyone's here. We got vampires, we've got ghosts, we've got humans who are a little confused. They're starting to filter in,
Progressive humans.
drawn by Victoria's music.
Yeah.
Also, I see it on one of the pillars that holds up the house. I see a lost dog poster, and it's just covered. It's covered in calligraphy, and there's a very tiny little drawing of a dog in the bottom right corner.
Yeah.
And I go to it and I go, what is this? And I rip it off.
Francis has only posted them around the house. He hasn't
Clementine. That weird dog that you guys have, I think there's something up there. I don't know, I'm sure you've gotten the sense too.
Something up there, you mean in the old noggin? Is that what you mean?
Yes, but also, I'm not sure, I'm taking it you have not had a dog before.
I've never been in charge of anything else's care before.
So, typically...
Francis swoops into the courtyard. He has overheard that Thomas is about to tell this thrilling tale, and he immediately was like, Clementine, you'll never hear. I must tell you of the most amazing events that have transpired. And Francis tells in beautiful, colorful language the exciting tale of Randy's reveal.
Thomas goes, throws his ghost hands up and floats away.
This is one of my clout skills. I'm gonna roll for this to get the clout.
Yes.
Who has it?
Me.
I gave it to Victoria.
Yeah. Your plagiarized guitar playing doesn't stand a chance against my weaving of this thrilling tale.
No.
No. Oh, it's impossible to get clout.
You don't want to spend a confidence point?
Yes, I spend a confidence point. This is my last
Oh, you have
chance.
to roll. You roll a second dice.
Roll a second. Oh, I thought I added one confidence point. Sorry, my bad. Okay.
You fool.
I know. I'm a little goobus. Okay. Yes! Okay, I weave the most thrilling tale, dare I say. Hopefully this will make up for my botched sonnet that I disgraced you with. Clementine, wow. I thought it's only right that you know the truth about Randy, a werewolf that has been living among us.
Oh my goodness, I do think back to, the past few days, and the dog has been quite agitated as the full moon was approaching. That is truly an incredible tale that you have just weaved, Francis, and my disdain for you has, lowered slightly.
Clementine, no one but one so intelligent as you could have seen this coming. I give you my ghostly hand. I don't give a ghostly hand to Thomas, and I lead you back in to the party.
I follow.
You must come enjoy your birthday concert.
Toodles Thomas, who's across the garden at this point.
Yes. He's just creepily staring through the window into the ballroom, which I'm assuming you can see from the courtyard at Victoria.
Ew, that's so creepy.
Can't help it.
Francis leads Clementine through the doors. Immediately as they're opened, remembers that the chair is broken and that we weren't supposed to let Clementine see it. And the power cuts out.
Oh!
The electric guitar and the amps, like, you hear them like, psh, like spark, and all the lights of the ballroom, everything is in blackness.
Can I wipe?
Yes.
Okay.
I have the idea for the next scene.
Okay, great.
We're gonna go back just a few minutes before the power cuts.
Okay.
Okay.
Randy partying on the side with her solo cup drink.
Yeah,
Full werewolf
can
form?
convert.
Yeah, full werewolf.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Randy's just looking around and notices that the power lines for the whole house all lead into the breaker in the ballroom.
Oh.
And I was like, well, shit, that would be kind of funny if all the lines.
Oh, no.
No, I shouldn't. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. And she's gonna run over. Imagine there's exposed power lines in this house.
Oh.
I get it.
Oh, I'm imagining.
I'm not an electrician, but I get it. Jump up and grab like the power lines and rip them in half.
Oh, man.
And I'm gonna try to roll for clout by inciting a negative emotion in someone, which would be everyone.
Yeah.
Because the power went out.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend a confidence point so I can roll 2 dice. Yes! I got 5!
Okay. So
So now I have the
you
clout.
have the clout. Oh my god, I had my grasp on that clout for like 5 seconds, I think. Campbell still hasn't been the lead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say it's Campbell.
Sure.
Yeah.
I hope it's 2.
What's that?
The house catches fire.
Me too. Is it?
Do you want it to be?
Yes. Yeah. Francis starts lighting. Francis is like, perfect. This is much better for the ambiance anyway. And starts lighting candles as soon as the power goes out.
Okay. Okay, we'll go house catches fire.
I'm using my ghostly powers to light these candles by saying, Clementine, in honor of your birthday, I've written this line about you. Clementine Montague. She doth teach the torches to burn bright. I wrote that years ago, actually. If you hear anyone else say that someone else wrote that, it's not true. And all the candles that are like old and like dusty in the ballroom illuminate.
Beautiful.
I want the clout back.
You have the clout, right?
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh,
You
Yeah, everyone's amazed with my ghostly candle lighting magic and my beautiful poetry.
Shit.
Suck it.
Fucking take it, I guess. What's Victoria up to
I
in
blow a
this
ghostly
scene?
kiss to Clementine.
I blush a little.
Yes.
so I think maybe Victoria is the one who had been like maintaining the electricity,
Very likely.
but she's not an electrician, so she's the reason that the power lines were visible, because she was like, fuck rules, I'm just gonna like do it however it works.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So she is going to attempt to fix it
Okay.
and be like, I'm so sorry, everyone. This is my fault. And one of my problem areas is seeing the error of my ways.
Ooh.
So I'm just gonna.
No, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see the error of my ways.
Do you just try to do it back up the same way?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and fix it the exact same way. I'm getting zapped the whole time I'm trying to do it. And then I'm really flammable. So I like go up to like fix
Why
it.
are you flammable?
I'm a vampire.
They're oh yeah, they are
I'm a vampire.
flammable.
I'm
Shit.
very flammable. So my fucking hand like burst into flames. I jumped down from whatever I was, like the chair I was standing on, to try and fix it. And I'm like waving it around, and I knock all the candles over, and I light the rug on I light the rug on fire.
Yeah, the camera pans down to like a corner of the rug, and then it's like, oh, and it's like they're backing up a little
Yeah.
bit. It like cuts to the ballroom, and like
All of our vampiric guests are like,
yeah, there's like a little corner of like the curtains that starts to like
I want to cut to a confessional.
Okay, yeah.
And all it is me, like, outside. There's, like, you can tell there's smoke coming in, and I'm in werewolf form, and I go, hey, guys, who am I? And I'm waving my hammer out, and I'm mimicking Victoria. And then we cut back. So that's going to be 1 confidence point for poking fun at another character.
Nice. Okay, Francis phases into the breaker room, and one of my problem areas is modern tech and convenience. So I'm gonna try to reroute. I'm gonna try to fix the breaker.
Okay.
Reroute, is that the right word? Am I saying that right?
Yeah,
Of how to use the breaker. No! I got a 5. So
You're trying to fix the breaker while there's a fire?
yeah, so I'm 1 point short. In Francis's mind, that would fix everything.
That makes sense to me.
Randy's gonna, in the confusion and chaos, run over to Clementine. Be like, Clementine, I hate to be the one to say this to you, but Francis broke your birthday chair. Because I know he didn't tell you right before you walked in. And I think he might have started this fire as a cover.
I cut to a confessional. It's Francis going, that lying little bitch. That's it.
That's it. Yeah, I'll give you 1 confidence point.
Oh, I guess I didn't confess anything.
You don't have to. Mine is like, one was like poke fun.
We'll say
Yeah.
that's poke fun. Yeah.
Okay, so one of my problem areas is interact with ugly beings. And I find this werewolf form of you to be unbelievably ugly, so I'm gonna roll to
Excellent.
see if I even, like, hear what you say.
Oh, yeah.
I got a 1. So I am, like, looking at you, and, like, I'm trying so hard to listen to what you've said. Like, I get Francis. I'm like, something about Francis. There's something about the fire. There's my chair gets mentioned. But I cannot, like, I can't utter a response to you. I'm just staring dead into you. Like, you're getting a dead stare.
Cut back to Francis's confessional, and he's like confident, like, the lovely Clementine would never believe such a foul beast. Get back.
Randy's like, God damn it.
I stammer, try to say something to you, and then I just dramatically turn away and swish back into the fire in the clamor of the party.
Randy, was it Randy?
Are you asking?
Yes.
Yes.
And Victoria, it pains me to do this, but I'm a big enough man to admit sometimes I need help. We've lost sight of things. This is Clementine's day. We need to put out this fire. We need to rebuild the chair. And you know what? We need to sing her a normal happy birthday.
Okay.
No more frills and electric guitar and barking.
A problem area of mine is cooperating with
Wait, who is Clout right now? Is it me? No, I got it back.
Yeah, you
okay.
have
She
it.
stole it.
So I'm gonna roll. If I get a 5, I'm gonna use my skill of pretending I'm important to try to counteract your refusal.
Sure.
Is that how this game works?
Who cares?
Sorry, Craig. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna have to
You
use
fail?
I'm gonna use my confidence point that I got from my confessional. Okay, I make it.
You make it?
Yes. So I'm giving up my clout. Am I? No, I get to keep my clout.
Yeah, you have your
But I only get to use the skill once. And I'm gonna use the skill from having clout. I'm gonna say, I'm the oldest ghost here. I've been in the house the longest. And I know what Clementine would want.
That sounds fair. Listen,
I
kinda fucked
You
this.
lied about me breaking the chair, and you're the one who broke the chair.
I'm gonna try to be honest with you again, but I'm gonna
You're gonna
roll.
try? Okay, oh yeah.
I'm gonna use a confidence point. I did not get it. I go, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know that Victoria started this fire on purpose to try to ruin Clementine's birthday, and I am willing to help fix that.
Absolutely not. I did not start the fire. We didn't start the fire. I did not start this fire.
Did you write that?
Yeah.
That's genius.
Thank you.
That's lyrical genius.
Thank you.
Victoria, if you started the fire, because I believe Randy, apparently, you've got to put it out. And Randy, you broke the chair, so you put the chair back together.
Okay.
And you know what?
I did start the fire.
You did.
I thought we were talking about the chair. Hold on.
But
Okay.
you didn't start it on purpose.
Okay, yeah, I didn't start it on purpose, babes.
And
All right.
you go get Clementine.
Yes, and I'll write a normal happy birthday song. I know what I have to do.
I think there's a fire extinguisher in the... I think about the basement again. Fuck.
Scene cuts here.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to a Francis and Clementine scene.
Oh.
God, how did you find me up here? And the cameras are like, the camera crew guys have set the cameras down on the roof and they're climbing onto the roof to try to catch up to us.
So good.
We both ghosted up to the roof, and also like there's some ashes are flying around, some roof panels are starting to cave in. Oh, God.
I lean against the chimney next to you. Clementine, I've got to admit, I think I'm using all these big words and trying to impress you with my eloquent language because, well, I'll say it, I'm intimidated by you. I just think that you deserve the best, and I miss what we had all those decades ago. I think I thought if I acted like I used to, what I originally used to woo you or something like that, that I could get you back. But you know what? I'm not the same ghost I was, and neither are you.
Oh, Francis. Good God. Sometimes your earnestness, it really scrapes against the brain, doesn't it? Francis.
Sometimes I think you're a better poet than I, Clementine.
Let's have her roll to see if she's gonna show humility or not. That's a problem for her.
That's a problem.
Come on. 4. Okay, she's not gonna show humility. Sorry, Francis. Francis. So long ago, obviously, there was a spark between us.
When you say spark, we gotta cut to you putting out the fire.
I don't know where the other fire extinguishers are in the house. Maybe where, Randy, would you know where a fire extinguisher would be kept?
Wait. Werewolf piss is incredibly powerful.
What?
You're joking. You're joking.
And I got a lot of it. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't pissed in a while. It's been taking a long time. Here, let me see if this works.
Oh.
Hike a leg. I'm gonna start pissing down the curtains.
Holy shit, what a stream.
It's working. Strong stream. Basically like a fire hose. We're putting the fire out. Cut back to Clementine and Francis.
Yeah.
I am a woman who has had so many lovers. She's been talking about how many lovers she's had since they hooked up.
Francis's ghost body language is like really close, like getting more and more small.
What I don't want you to get hung up on is that, oh, you can do this or you can do that in order to gain my love. Because, pish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you say pish, it cuts back to the piss.
Still like going, like I've made it like 3/4 of the way around the room. Stream is not letting up.
Holy fuck, it's working.
This is pretty fucking punk rock, don't you think, Victoria?
Absolutely.
All right, cut back to Francis and Clementine.
But ultimately, isn't the foundation of any great love at least a passable friendship, Francis?
Clementine. You're breaking my heart and you're healing it all at once.
Oh, thank you.
You're saying you wish to be friends?
Francis, I'm saying that if us becoming friends stops your ridiculous behavior around me and allows you to be a semblance of the man I once knew, I would absolutely adore it. And she winks.
I have to go. Francis phases through the room.
Okay.
Cut.
No, hang hang on.
frantically pulling things off the shelves, throwing books into a pile. Cut back.
We're cutting back to Clementine, and Thomas is gonna race through the roof. I'd be like, I heard all of that. I'm going to be honest. Weird. Anyway, I've been told to come get you because there's a surprise for you in the ballroom.
Oh, goody! It's time for my chair.
Oh, yes, I'm sure they'll have a great chair for you. Cut. Back to Victoria and Randy.
I can't believe it worked. The fire is out.
All right, so I kind of solved your problem. So do you know anything about building chairs that were crushed into a million pieces?
Absolutely. I'm going to cut to a confessional. I broke that chair weeks ago, and I put it back together with just whatever glue we had sitting around the house. It might have been a bit expired, or just not wood glue. Not right for the task at hand, but definitely.
Francis knocks on the door.
In my confessional?
Can he knock on the door? Yeah, in the confessional. You don't have to let him in.
Come in!
Francis doesn't open the door. He phases through the door. Somehow he's using his ghostly powers to suspend crumpled scraps of all his writing, 400 years of failed and sonnets.
What the fuck's all this then?
Victoria, you know all sorts of modern developments, right?
Yeah.
And you have a great knowledge of newfangled inventions.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the one called papier-mâché?
Fuck yeah, babes, let's do it.
I need your help.
Okay. Okay, cut back. Clementine is coming downstairs.
Yeah.
For her chair?
I think Thomas is like leading Clementine and being like, everybody's always after you, Clementine, but I really think Victoria is quite the one.
And then
the fire?
Francis and Randy in the middle of the ballroom, like, I'm like, we need more piss. It's too dry, we need more piss. I'm making the
more
picture.
piss.
I'm molding it together.
Yeah.
I start blowing on it because obviously wolves have large lung capacity if you've read any popular story.
Yeah, you're huffing and puffing and blowing the chair dry.
And Clementine and Thomas, like, they are taking their time going the normal way. Like, they're, like, going down the stairs and, like, there's a whole presentation happening.
Any of the guests that didn't flee the fire, Francis is gonna go around and collect them.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So as we're coming down the stairs, the people who are still at the party, what I'd like to do is my clout skill of controlling the room non-verbally. I would like for everyone's attention to direct to the chair, like without their consent, basically. So let's see if we can. Should I?
You also, I think you have confidence.
Because you did a confessional earlier, so you can add another dice.
I have 2 confidences, so I'm gonna spend one of them, and so I just got a 3. I'm gonna roll again. Come on. I got 6 total.
Yes.
So, okay. So as we're coming down the stairs, I like ghostly mind control everyone to casually direct their attention towards the middle of the ballroom where I know I'm about to be gliding in, and everyone can give me their attention.
Ooh. I love that.
Gasps from the room. I think we'll have the camera follow kind of over your shoulders, and there's Francis causes both the double doors into the ballroom to open. There's a beautiful fanfare, and in the center of the room is the birthday chair. Kind of like you can see some splintered wood bleeding through, but Francis has sacrificed all his old obsessions and sonnets and used them to paper mache the chair back together. Randy has given her piss, and Victoria has given her skill of arts and crafts to create your birthday chair.
Oh my goodness. She slowly glides towards the chair, and she does a little, like, very dramatic, like, looking around the whole perimeter of the chair. Oh my good. It occurs to her that the flowers are gone, the jewels have disappeared, but there's something about the chair that is so much more spectacular than it ever could have been. My God, you guys customized my chair as a surprise for my birthday, so I wouldn't even know what I would be walking into.
Yes.
That was the plan the whole time, babe.
I'm gonna roll my problem area because in order to instigate, if I was honest, that would be funny. So I'm gonna roll to be honest.
Okay.
I got a 1. It doesn't happen. I bite my tongue.
Thank goodness.
We customized it just for you.
I want to cut to a confessional. I have been living in this house for 100 years at this point, and you all know I love beautiful things. But something people don't know about me is that I did have a little bit of a DIY phase in the 60s. So when I see this chair, God, it just takes me right back, and then come back to the ballroom. This chair, and I look around the room. I raise a champagne flute that has come from nowhere. This chair is the embodiment of my death day, my birthday, and everyone else having a great time at this party. Absolutely nothing has gone wrong. Can I get an amen?
Oh my God. Amen.
Amen, babes.
Add a little,
birthday.
add a little howl.
Francis sings you a normal happy birthday.
No,
Victoria
I don't
plays
think
the
I can
guitar.
sing.
we all sing happy birthday.
we all
Yeah,
sing
acoustic
happy
guitar.
birthday.
Oh my God, should we do it? Everybody knows the worst thing is to sit there while you sing happy birthday. Should we do
Right.
that to Jewell?
Can we do it's copyrighted though?
No, it's not.
Yeah, the happy birthday song is copy. You can't sing it.
By who?
By somebody. It's like it's like a well-known, I don't know, not like to be like, it's well-known, but like, Jewell, do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I want
See,
you guys
you
to
can't sing
improvise
it.
my birthday song.
Yeah, we improvise you a non-copyrighted, we all wrote this together.
Great.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. It's
Your birthday and your death day,
and
we are here to celebrate with you.
Genuinely, and she's like sitting in the chair the best a ghost can. That was actually genuinely delightful.
oh my god.
You all have truly made this the best death day I've had in decades.
I mean, we gotta
Oh my
rap,
God.
right?
Yeah.
I have.
I know that somebody can steal the clout.
Good luck.
I think I'm gonna try.
You're gonna try to steal the clout
From the birthday girl.
from the birthday girl.
Oh, give me your best
Okay.
roll, baby.
I go, wait. Everybody knows a birthday's not complete without blowing out your candles. Cut to a confessional. So I've known this birthday was coming up, and the pack I came from, how we like make money and like live, is like fireworks selling. So I brought a surprise with me. Cut back. I wheel out a tub of fireworks, and I have a really long fuse. Is anybody gonna try to stop me?
No.
Yes,
Absolutely
yes,
not.
I am gonna try to stop you. I'm gonna try to woo you.
Okay.
One of
This
my
is so
clout
good.
skills. One of my clout skills is to woo. It's the one thing I know can distract anyone from anything. So I try to say, wait a second, Randy. Wait, do I even know your name is Randy? Wait a second, whoever you are.
I told you everything. Francis told you everything in very colorful
Okay,
words.
so I use all that information. Wait, Randy, no. And even though you're so ugly to me, like, I hate to look at you. I kind of look to the left of you. I like hike down my robe shoulder a little bit and see if I can turn you on a bit. And that's a 2, so we'll spend another confidence point. That's a 1, that's a 3, so it does not work.
I look at you and I go, Clementine, You're just honestly not really my type, but good try. Strikes match, lights it, and goes, hope you can blow it out. And then I think the camera cuts away, and you just see, like, fireworks, like, bursting through the roof of the house.
Yes.
And I think that's our final, like, wrap of the story. But I think we all get, like, an epilogue.
And do we perhaps hear a little
Gotta have the
bark, bark,
confession.
or a little howl as the fireworks?
Yeah, the fireworks are like the full moon is glowing behind the fireworks as they shoot up through the roof of the house and out of the chimney.
I've climbed to the roof, so that classic like werewolf silhouette of like, and I'm like, bark, bark, bitches! Ow!
Oh my goodness.
Happy birthday, Clementine! And in the sky, that's what the fireworks.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
The fireworks spell out "Happy
out.
birthday, Clementine."
Beautiful.
And then the final shot is all of us out on the front, back out in the courtyard, looking at the fireworks with like the lights flashing across our face. A tear maybe in everyone's eye.
Definitely a tear.
I think I join you guys outside. I think this will be our little epilogue.
Yeah.
And I go, guys, I know I was a little dishonest with you all, but I was wondering if I could keep staying here.
What the hell? I've always wanted a dog.
Randy, you've been around for long enough. I think your place is here.
You're one of us now, mate.
Randy, as far as I'm concerned, when you're not an ugly, despicable werewolf, you make lovely decoration about the house.
Thank you guys.
As long as you're not creating competition, for Clementine's affection, you can stay.
I won't. Thank you guys so much. But interesting enough that you brought up competition. I could use a handler to enter me into an agility dog competition.
An agility dog competition. Tell me more about this.
Yes.
Do they allow multiple handlers?
Oh yeah, we could do 3.
Perhaps we could all be your sponsors, and you could be the most agile dog in New York City.
And I think that's how I want to get the money back to repair the house. I do recognize now that the fireworks might have fucked the house up a little bit. And Victoria, I know you work really hard to make sure this thing works.
It's held together with tinfoil and toothpicks, babe. I would love some money to put it back together.
And
I'll be your handler.
a little bit of paper mache.
Yeah. Werewolf piss now.
Well, Clementine, on a scale of 1 to 10, how was this birthday?
Oh, God, I love being asked a question that's about my specific opinion and experience about my party. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 35,000.
I go in for a kiss.
Oh my god.
Yes, we phase through each other.
And that's where we end.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That went as crazy as
You
I
guys,
thought it would be.
thank God
Wow.
we set up
Wow.
a season arc.
Exactly.
With the dog agility competition, because otherwise, what are they going to tune in for next week?
Oh my god. What if
Next week?
second episode when we go on the road trip, it's to go on to an agility dog.
Yes, that is one of them. And you were having to do like training exercises in the car.
That was my like super objective for my character, and I could never work it in naturally. And I said I can't end it without bringing it up.
Okay, let's wrap the episode and go to study break, or is this all going to be one?
It's all gonna be one.
Okay, never mind.
So we did it. We played Low Stakes by Craig Campbell.
Love it. Craig Campbell, you don't miss.
Thoughts about, we usually go like how easy is this for like a beginner TTRPG player to play? What were your experiences? We can kind of chat through that for a few minutes.
I think this is like a similar level to the other
Die Laughing.
Yes, Die Laughing, which was based on horror movie. Like those, it's like a similar thing, but it's based on horror movies. I think that one might have been easy. I think this one might have been a little harder. What do you think?
I would agree.
This was kind of hard.
I'm curious, Jewell, what your thoughts are, because you haven't played, like, I'm assuming haven't played this structure other than like Fiasco, like you mentioned.
Yeah,
so
I think that this was interesting because it's so much just improv scenes, but you really do have to be playing a second metagame the whole time of how can I spend my clout? How can I spend my problem? Like, how can I roll for these things? So it's not super hard, but it is definitely more mechanical than I think I expected it to be.
Yeah, I think I got the sense of like, and it makes sense, right? Because we're coming at it, we have a performance and like improv background.
Yeah.
So I felt like almost the mechanics like hindered us a little bit because we just wanted to play scenes, and like I just wanted to run it like kind of like a montage and be like, wipe, like next one. Like I wanted to like go quick. Yeah. But then I was like, but then it's not a game. Then we're just improving. Like
at one point we did just do that. Like we following like, the scenes.
We started out like just improving, and then we went, shit, now we have to use our dice.
Yeah, we're not playing the game.
But I think it worked in the sense of like pitting us against each other a little bit. Like I think it made like interesting conflict that we all kind of had to work against each other for clout, which I think for this like idea, like for what we do in the shadows and all that inspiration, I think it worked well.
Yes, because I think in just a normal improv scene, you're usually getting like, yeah, you could have conflict, but like you're usually like working together towards something. So it helped like create that conflict. Yeah. But like maybe in a normal improv scene, you wouldn't be super eager to be like, I mess your plan up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like even like to me, the moment that stands out is when Olivia, you were like pitching me that lie about Francis, and I was like, well, this is a real denial in improv, but like I think if I roll for that to not work, then I'm not gonna believe that. So it does kind of like break the rules of improv sometimes to like roll for something and then be like, let's
I kind of love that though, because like we had more control over the scenes, and like we could narrate, like we like could really set up the structure of whatever we wanted to do. So when you denied it, it was like, okay, now I have to roll and think of something new, and that's more fun at a table. But if this was just for an audience watching, that wouldn't be as fun. But haha, we get to play at a table and it is fun. I would say if you're a beginner with a performance background, this is like, there's not as many mechanics as like Dungeons and Dragons, right? Like you're not balancing a ton of shit. You could probably do it. If you're like, I'm not into role play or I like to battle things, I don't think this is the one for you.
Like D&D, you can get away with like not doing a lot of role play if that's like your style. But a game like this, it's like it's really role play based.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be a game if you weren't role playing.
Yeah.
So
from the perspective of if you want to practice improv, this is a great game to play.
Yes.
If maybe you don't have a performance background but you want to try it out in a table, that's where you're going to discuss things a little bit and like not have to like always be coming up with ideas by yourself. This is a good challenge.
Yes. I do always recommend, I love the GM list games, especially if you played a table where like only one or two of you have ever GM'd and there's people who maybe want to or don't know what it's like. I find the GM list games are really freeing because those people get a chance to really affect the game, like you were saying, Jewell. And it's an interesting step in like, what if we truly like collaboratively told a story, which D&D can be or it cannot be. Like it's set up where like your DM could really just make everything. So I think if you also, if you're playing at a table and want to practice your improv and role playing, these type of games will teach you how to collaboratively tell a story better, because you'll get to points where like somebody will get to a point in a scene and you can tell they're like, shit, this is as far as I thought through and everybody's looking at me, and it's like it's everybody else's job to boost them up and bring in like an NPC or to cut it, which is very improv of like, you're done. Which I think we introduced on top of the rule set. I will say you hear us say like wipe or edit or like cut. That's not really in the rules here, but that is like an improv thing. So I do recommend that modification.
Yeah, because sometimes
Yeah,
you think,
definitely.
oh, the scene is coming to a close, and everyone's like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
It
good
was-
point. That isn't really mentioned in the text.
Yeah. I also noticed with the way the scenes, I didn't look through like the story outline was host a party. We like picked our setup, we picked a twist. I didn't really look through like the scenes super closely because I didn't want to like pre-plan too much. But when I finally was looking at the list, I was like, holy shit, the scene list is giving you like way more than as an improver I wanted. You know what I mean? Like it's really introducing like the bulk of the scene and you just put your characters in and like play it out. Whereas like we added more scenes because we were like, we want to explore the characters more. So I think like, and it even says it in here. It's like, if you want to go freeform and off the rules, you totally can.
Yeah, it's also like, think about like, it's like D&D. It's like, how many rules are we, you know what I mean? How many rules are you actually following when you play D&D? So it's like, you know, this is kind of the same of like, you take it for inspiration to tell the story and then it becomes whatever your table makes it.
Yeah.
Yeah, very true. I also think that so for anyone listening, like when we had the host a party template and then we rolled for scenes and then there's a list of 12 or 10 or whatever scenes that are like the police show up, the party gets out of control. Like, yeah, that's a little much. A cool modification to do, like if you wanted to like doctor this up, would be like just locations. Like the next scene happens here, the next scene happens here, because that's like gives you a little suggestion for the scene to open, but not like the whole subject of the scene necessarily.
Yeah, I really like that. Or like modifying your scenes list to like the rule in a good goal when you do improv scenes is like make it about the characters who are in the scene that you're playing with instead of something else that's happening, which is like a lot of these scene prompts are like something else that's happening. So it's like maybe sprinkle in a few that are like you and your like rival roommate get into an argument, like something that's a little more like something you can play the twist better, because a lot of the scenes also felt like a twist. Like they felt like on the same level as like we cut the electricity and like the police showing up. That feels like that's on the same level.
Yeah, big shutdown. That would have been really funny if the police had showed up to our party.
By the way,
I'm kind of
excellent introduction of the twist, Lily. Sorry, Olivia. that
Yes.
was perfect timing.
Yes, I love that. Campbell, I'm curious what your thoughts are, because I know you really struggled with like the complications. So I want to hear like your thoughts on that.
I was playing a rebel, so I was supposed to be like kind of a like, I don't know, like not wanting to do. I don't want to cooperate with someone. I don't want to see the error of my ways, and I don't want to do what others tell me to do. So like
that's hard to improv. Like that's hard in an improv scene.
I know. So like that was already like I already chose kind of a hard character. So then I was like, but then the whole point of the game is to want to get confidence points. So I had to try and cooperate with someone or see the error of my ways, or like it was just like it was like the point of the game
was to overcome your flaws.
Was to like
that's
but like I never got a chance to like exhibit my flaws. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
No,
I
I
was
get
a
it.
rebel. I never did anything rebellious because that wasn't the point of the game.
I thought you were gonna have to get the fire extinguisher. I thought you were gonna have to like dig through the bodies.
That's what I was gonna do.
That's a good point. And that's
so I was like, okay, I didn't play a rebel because that wasn't like with the mechanics that were offered to me.
Yeah.
Like doing anything rebellious wouldn't have like, I know the point of a game is not to like win, but I was like, okay, I want to play the system, but the system doesn't actually lend itself to being a rebel.
I do think the rebel was good flavor. I really enjoyed like
she was like cute and fun and silly. Yeah. And then my clout skills were like surprise everyone and show off. So like
I get what you mean though, and I think I had that impulse when I added, hey, let's introduce ourselves, but it still wasn't quite enough time to like, because like in order to be a rebel, you have to interact with somebody, right? You have to. I mean, you can rebel against concepts, but like,
so I wish my problem areas had been like, I don't know, maybe not like cooperate, but it's like I ruin something, or like I don't know if that makes any sense. I was hard to like play the kind of character that I chose within the actual mechanics of the game.
Yeah.
Like,
well, for the road trip episode.
I guess.
I think that makes sense. because like there were some character types that I also thought would be really hard to play.
Yeah.
Like there's one called the Judge that like it was like, oh, so you just, and we talked about this, like, oh, so you're just judgmental on everybody. So I do think maybe these are more like a flavor, but yeah, it's hard to like, how do you represent the rebel?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to gain confidence and I'm trying to gain clout, but all of the things are things that she wouldn't want to do.
Yeah. I wonder if that's also like, you just have to play a few scenes and not roll, but then it's like, you've just wasted scenes getting your confidence because it's a game.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, I'm someone who really enjoys the like structure of D&D and like going in turns, like turn-based stuff. So I just thought the like layout of how to play the game was maybe a little too loose for me. It was like I didn't understand, like how to, it was like the scene was so specific, but then how to play the scene was so loose. I just was getting very confused in all of the different rules. Yeah.
Speaking of playing new TTRPGs, something I wanted to ask you, Jewell, was in your kind of like work for Tabletop News, do you have any new TTRPGs, like any like fun stuff that you've learned about or like fun games that you've gotten to sort of encounter or recommend?
You know what? The answer is no.
That's kind of a spicy answer, actually.
But that was an excellent question. No, I did get to play some other games. But we were like working on like such a tight turnaround that like I didn't get that much of an opportunity to like actually play TTRPGs with my Tabletop News pals. But I did discover a lot of like indie APs that are happening because we did so much coverage of like just news from your table and like just there's we do a lot of coverage of what people like, you know, we covered you guys. It was fun.
Yeah.
So I did learn a lot about other games, but not enough to give you a good soundbite right now.
A game I learned about from Tabletop News, which I wish I'd known about it, like I'd played it as a kid, is Pretty Pretty Princess. I did not.
Yes.
And like everyone is like, oh my God, it's so nostalgic. I love playing that game. And it's like, I never played it. I never even heard of it till I was a full adult. And
Me
like,
neither.
I watched, like Matthew Mercer play it.
That was such a fun live stream too.
Yeah.
Everyone just covered in all their little jewelry and earrings.
And then I think I don't know, there was some sort of, I can't remember now, but it was like an episode where it was like guess the TTRPG. And it was Pretty Princess, and you were the one who got it. So have you played?
Pretty Pretty Princess is the best game ever. You guys need to play it. Like, go to Target and buy it right now. Pretty Pretty Princess is like the game that when I was a child, I made my dad play, and he voluntarily played. My dad is like this like big like mustache, rides a motorcycle, and the point of that game is to just wear all the jewelry. So I have like such great memories and pictures of him like covered in the jewelry.
That's so cute.
I love that. I think we totally need to play it.
I agree. Yeah, I've loved Tabletop News. I mean, when it got started, that was the whole reason, like, we backed it on Kickstarter because we genuinely were like, this is necessary for the space and how it's growing. My favorite thing I learned about, I didn't know Matthew Lillard. Love him. I love horror movies. I know everybody's like, Scream. No, I love him from 13 Ghosts. That's where I started. But I never knew that he was like a big like nerd, like, and was into this and did all these things like in the space. And so that was really fun. Like, I just love it learning about stuff that like is in the space. It's like maybe a little like tangential or like, you know, a little off to the side, but I think it's really fun and a really good resource.
Yeah.
What's been like your favorite part of doing Tabletop News? Like the process to like be a host, anything?
God, it's so fun, you guys. It's so fun. It's so fun. Actually, one of my favorite things is that, so the writing team, like basically they're working all the time and then like cranking out the script to be, you know, of the moment and timely for the way that we record is we record on Wednesdays and then they come out on Thursdays. So it's like, it has to be like an accurate script on Wednesday morning, and then it has to get edited in the course of like 12 hours. So anyway, so the writing team is like working all the time. And one of the coolest like special things was like getting to know the writers, some of whom like don't even live in LA, like they live all over the country, and getting to experience them like writing jokes that work for the specific hosts.
Yeah.
So like I noticed that for me, I noticed that for some of the other hosts, like watching the other episodes, and I was like, wow, this is really cool and sweet, and like like especially getting into like nerdiness niches where it's like one of the hosts, like he was like, I don't really like D&D that much, like can we like not make the jokes about how much I love D&D?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so that was a really cool, that was a very special like performer thing for me, where I was like, oh my god, the script it's just for me. But then also just kind of like to what you were just saying, Olivia, like just meeting everyone has like different little niche interests that they're into. Everyone has different worlds that they belong to, like the cosplay community or the magic community. And God, it's such a melting pot. So it was just it's been really cool to just meet everyone and be like, wow, the nerd world is a vast and diverse landscape.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can be a nerd in so many different ways.
Yeah.
So
Like,
true.
I feel like we even see it like between like actual plays that stream and actual plays that are podcasts and actual plays that are like just on YouTube. Like there's already like such a wide difference there that we see, and it's like insane that that's like such a small part. And yeah, when you open it up to cosplayers and like
the TTRPG space is such a like a sprawling like community. It's like, it's like as soon it was like I knew about D&D podcasts, but as soon as I started like getting into D&D podcasts, it was like you open one door and it's like, oh shit, there's 9 other doors, and then each of those go to other doors. It's like such a sprawling community. So Tabletop News is so cool and necessary because I'm just learning about like so many things that would be so difficult to like find your own like online.
yeah.
And another thing was on that note, like one of my best friends that I've had since high school, like having her watch the episodes and be like, oh my god, I was so excited to hear about this, this, and this, which are like all things that like are not on my radar. So she's and I was like, yes, I'm so excited that you got to hear about those things. I don't care about them.
Yeah.
So it
That's
brings
great.
us all together in harmony.
We also, actually, speaking of bringing us all together, I know that before we started recording, I had some questions about the party, about like how y'all met and like how, like you guys are always playing together even though shooting is over. Will you talk a little bit more about that? And then just like to kind of introduce people to that dynamic. And then I want to hear about what you have in common with your character Ecstasy and what is like not the same.
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, for any readers who are reading this podcast right now and who don't know what the party is.
First of all, thank you for reading.
Yeah, thank you for reading. Be sure to write in after this episode. The party is a 7-episode so far web series on YouTube about a group of friends who play D&D. It's a sitcom, and they all have love and friendship and drama amongst themselves. And I get to play Ecstasy, who is how would you guys describe Ecstasy?
Well, she's a tiefling rogue, so already we're learning.
You know what that is.
already you know a little bit. But yeah, hey, you know better than me.
She's a little bit of an edgelord, as one of my
Yes.
That's what I was
called
gonna
me.
say.
Yes.
Little edgy, little secretive.
Yeah, so she's a little bit like the only one who's not fully committed to her nerddom of the whole group. Anyway, so that's the party. Please watch it. It's so fun. If you like Gals and Goblins, you'll love the party.
Yes.
Thank you.
You can very bingeable as somebody who binged it.
Friendship shenanigans.
And I forgot what you asked me, Lily, because I went into my party pitch.
No, that was it was a good pitch. Well, we already talked about like sort of Ecstasy's personality. So
right.
I want to know how you're similar to her and different. I don't know, maybe they're
Okay.
Maybe you are an edgelord.
maybe you're an edgelord.
Yes. Okay, yes, so yeah, Ecstasy is very like guarded. She's like in love with her girl DM, but she's also like, but you're not gonna break my heart DM. And she's very high status, she's very confident. But yeah, she's very protected. So that is kind of the big difference between me and Ecstasy, is that my natural state is to also be protected, but I am a girl who knows that vulnerability is the key.
Yes.
I love to hear that. That's so true.
I have learned throughout my many storied years that you have to be vulnerable. You have to put yourself out there. And so that's I'm so similar to her in like my like goblin self, but in my gal self, I'm a more evolved version.
I love it.
And also all of my castmates were like, Jewel's so smiley and happy and friendly and stuff, which is true. But when they said that, I was like, no, I'm not.
Yeah,
So that's
you're like,
another way
I'm
of,
an
like,
edgelord.
Exactly. And also, I don't play rogues.
Oh, interesting. I feel like people are either like, I love playing rogues. I love the joke in the party about like Gloomstalker. DM is like, you've got to add a level of Gloomstalker. It's so cool. Yeah, people are either like, yes, I'm going to be a Gloomstalker Ranger. I'm going to max out. Or they're like, I will never play a rogue. I'll die before I play a rogue.
A rogue was my first character when I played D&D, and I learned that there's certainly a way I probably could have fun playing rogue, but I was like, I don't like being sneaky. I want everyone to know what I'm doing all the time. Like, I need to be very loud with all my activities.
Oh, I love this idea you introduced, that there inside all of us is a gal and a goblin.
Yeah,
and the duality.
I'm gonna start using that.
I know.
My goblin self.
My goblin self and my gal self.
It's like your higher self.
Yeah.
My higher self is like, to be loved at all is to be vulnerable. And then my goblin self is like, don't look at me. Stop it.
And like, it's fun to be a goblin.
Yeah.
Like, and you can't always be your highest gal.
No,
you know.
No. Life isn't interesting if you're always your highest self.
Yeah.
No, be the goblin for the plot, be the gal for the personal growth.
For the personal growth and like taking care of life thing.
Yeah. We're going to start selling mugs
Pay your
that say
bills.
that.
Yeah. Pay your bills.
Yeah, like the Dimension 20 mugs that have like a whole monologue
Yes.
of information.
I love
on
it.
them.
I really
dialogue.
wanted don't even talk to me until my death's avenged, and they're gone. Like, they're long gone. Oh, I know. Well, I just caught up, so that's on me. They released an even longer one recently about like the secrets of the universe.
Oh my goodness.
Interesting.
They're really good, and I choose to try to not spend my money on them.
Yeah, we just plugged
choose to
their
try.
merch.
Hey,
We don't have any merch at this
Oh my
point.
god, don't you guys have merch coming?
Yes,
Yes.
Or
we
is
do.
it gonna be?
we
Is it,
do.
like, not gonna be out yet?
At
No,
this
hang
point,
on.
they have merch.
Hang on.
Cool.
But yes, speaking of merch, we will have some very soon. And maybe if you sign up for our Patreon, you will get special access to merch that you don't even have to buy. You just have to sign up the Patreon in the first, like, I don't know. Don't quote me on this. Probably 25 people. Check Instagram. Don't quote me. Don't quote me.
No, don't say that.
do
'cause
the
then people are gonna be like,
I'll bleep it out. I'll bleep out the number. Beep.
They're gonna get in the comments. We're gonna get angry emails.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, we'll have merch. I'll send you a tote bag, Jewel.
Oh yeah,
If you
we
want
Oh
to
my
tote bag.
god, stop.
Yeah, we will send you stuff. There's party merch
I
too,
would
right?
die.
The technical difficulty shirt.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Wait, I
what
don't
else
know
you'll
if
have. Oh, they were kind of
I
like
don't know
once
if
they're
the
gone.
Shirts sold out.
They might be sold
I
out.
think there might be still one or two in the ether floating around our director's house right now. But yeah, we did have a lovely shirt, and I feel like I like made something up. Yeah, I did make something up. I like invented in my mind. I was like, and we have something else, but we don't.
Well, you guys had the candle set like collaboration with Cantrip.
That's what I invented.
What was that?
so
It was
cool.
each one of you had your own candle, right?
Yeah. What was yours? What did your candle smell like?
Do you have it?
My candle, I do have it.
I
it's
wouldn't
over
burn
there.
it. If that was mine, I'd be like, I could never burn this. I only have one.
Okay, I like to do this toxic behavior, which
Love
is
it.
so I have the I have the set. And to answer your question, my candle smells. Honestly, it smells like an orange chocolate. You know those chocolate orange things?
Yes.
I
That's what
love
mine smells
orange
like.
chocolate.
I love those. Sometimes Olivia will have them, and I'll come to her house and I'll steal them.
So my toxic behavior that I like to do is I have the full set of everyone's candles, and so like when somebody comes over and I want to light a candle, I'm like, here, smell all the candles, but don't look at their names, and then tell me which one is the best candle.
I love that. I love that. I'd be so scared to answer wrong.
Me too. And then it's like you choose a candle that's not their candle. It's like, get out of my house.
Yeah, and let me tell you guys, my candle is never the one that gets chosen.
No, whose candle gets chosen?
Aaliyah, aka Thistles.
I was gonna
candle
guess
gets chosen
Thistles.
very often.
Yeah.
Very often.
I think that's what I haven't
it's a
smelled
very-
any of them, but I think that's what I would choose. I remember I read all the descriptions of them when they came.
Yeah. I didn't get a
That
chance
was
to
so
snag
fun.
it. I love Cantrip candles. I visited their store when we went to LA when Jared lived there. They're all around my fucking
All
house. So
over.
when
Isn't
I
it
saw
so
that you guys
beautiful?
did that, I was like, that's incredible.
I know. I was
It
like,
was so fun. I felt like a potion maker.
that sounds so fun. Except none of our characters would smell good except Esta. Sawyer and Beans would not smell good.
True.
So it's
Beans
like,
would smell like beans.
yeah, Sawyer would smell like sweat. Like, do you really want to end paint?
God.
Sweat and paint. That's what I smell like too.
No, I think beans would smell like hell. Like people who make like the 9 Hells candles.
Yeah,
I
that
think
would
I
It's like
would.
a little
Good,
like
though.
ashy and smoky.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Sawyer, maybe you do like a sea salt and like
She would smell like a pond water.
Or like
Hell
honestly,
yeah.
or like you could also go like a ballpark route and maybe like popcorn or like like one of those
Oh.
scents, like popcorn and
Yeah.
fresh
Like,
grass. I don't know if
that's
those go
cute.
together.
what's the smell after it's vetiver? After it's rained? Is that-
Petrichor.
Petrichor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would be
That'd so
Esta's.
good.
That's good. Okay.
I think Frogmont could have its own like little.
Oh, that
Candle.
would be.
Oh yeah,
that would be a
we've
good-
discussed the Frogmont
My
scent.
candle would be good. The Sawyer candle would not.
We love to do on our like regular short rests or study, whatever they're called, study breaks. We do A pluses and flunks. So like, what was your favorite thing? And then if you want to flunk anything from like the session, anything, let's do A pluses and flunks. They're
But it can't
always
be A
fun.
pluses and flunks. It has to be like it has to be what we do in the shadows theme.
A clout or flop.
Yeah,
I like it. Clout or
That's
flop.
cute.
flop.
My clout, and if you guys were gonna say this, haha, suck it. I said it first.
Don't say it about yourself, because then what if I'm going to say it about you?
No, my clout is just getting to meet Jewell and play with you.
Oh, okay.
It's been an honor, and we've been watching you from afar and interacting with your
Yeah.
things. So it's really cool to meet you in person and get to play with you and hear about all the cool things you do.
We were so excited when you said yes.
Yeah.
I was
like,
so
"Jewell's
excited
coming
when
on
you
the
asked me.
Oh my god.
You were like to be completely honest, we talked through like we always look forward to like guests and are trying to figure out like who would work best for us, who do we want, and you were like on our list of like we don't know if we can get Jewell, but we think we can. We don't know if Jewell will say yes. And I crafted that message and I was like sitting there and I was like, okay, she hasn't read it yet, so we're good.
Okay, you guys, I have to tell you. So let's go back. You probably don't even remember this, but let's go back to like almost a year ago at this point when we're kicking off the party marketing.
I remember
And
this.
So I helped our producers with the marketing when we first launched because that's my day job. And I was like, yeah, okay, let's do it. So we got the TikTok up and running. And so basically we're starting to make some TikToks. I'm like, we just have to make some TikToks. And then when we start releasing actual content, people will start to see what this is. But like, we have to have a few TikToks already. So we're not just a blank account. And before we even got the Allie Beardsley clout that we got,
Yeah.
Which was insane.
crazy. But obviously Beardsley's incredible and anyone seeing Beardsley on screen is going to be like, I'm going to watch that. But
Yep.
even before we got that algorithm boost, we were already friends with the Gals and Goblins on TikTok. And so I always remember, I'm always like, they were there before the gals and the goblins.
Yeah, before you got
we
there.
were there.
We're
I
day
remember
one.
it because it was like this was early Gals and Goblins days as well. So we didn't have a big TikTok following, and like we like connected, and I was like, oh, like the party. I was like, this looks so cool, but I was also like too small up and coming like shows, and then like we DM'd, like we talked a little bit, and I like checked back like 3 days later, and y'all had 50,000 followers. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Day
So
one.
funny.
And I loved you guys. Like, you guys were so inspiring to me, like coming up with TikTok ideas. Like, I was like fully plagiarizing off of you.
Oh, okay,
I'm
flattering.
Sure.
Please do.
If we go back through the TikToks, I'm sure you can find some things that were your idea.
I've stolen stuff from y'all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a mutually beneficial relationship. So anyways, you guys have been, this has been a friendship literally brewing since like last March.
Yeah,
So it's
We
my honor
gotta get
be
out to
here.
LA.
God.
I know we're
Going. We're going.
Our goal is like 2024 to fly out there.
Yeah.
I'll be here with open arms.
So everyone's there.
Everyone.
There's actually
There's a good chunk of people that I'm like, oh yeah, we know a lot of people out there.
there are cool people in Austin too, though. I don't want to.
Yeah, we like Austin. We're probably never gonna
Don't worry, we're not leaving.
move permanently to LA.
If you're in Austin,
somebody's gotta hold down the Austin market.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, my
Wait,
clout-
I didn't say my flop.
Oh, excuse me.
My flop is that I couldn't work in the agility course sooner.
Hey, you got it in there though.
It's true.
Whenever you brought it up, I could tell. I was like, she's been trying to bring this up.
But that's my flop, that it didn't really integrate into the character until the end. But I'll forgive it. I'll forgive myself one day.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can go.
Oh yeah, like I totally had something thought out when I said that. My clout is the like the weird love triangle between Sir Thomas and Francis and Clementine. Like three weird
And
ghosts.
Victoria.
Yeah.
It's a full cube.
And Victoria. It's a love square. Like three people who can't kiss each other and one person who like also can't kiss any of those people.
Love it.
Funny.
Insane tension.
And then my flunk is like I think it was like halfway through before I like started like rolling for problem areas and clout skills because I got too into the role playing. So yeah, my flunk is that like I wish that I had started incorporating those a little earlier.
Fair.
Yeah, but that's it. It's we're all getting the hang of the new game, so just something to work on for next time.
Yeah.
not a big.
I didn't
not
do
big
a
flop.
problem area. I didn't do a problem area until like scene 12. Like
That's fine.
And you know what? No one noticed.
And you know what? It didn't affect the fun we were having. That's for
Guess
sure.
we still had a great time. My clout is Francis breaking into my confessional. I had no idea where you were going with like he runs back to his study and starts ripping everything off the wall. And then so when you came into the confessional, I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like trying to like get some confidence points by like dunking on myself, you know? And then you busted. It was just a really silly moment. My flop is once again, just like in D&D, I forget how everything works every single time.
We hit record and Campbell is like, what?
My brain empties onto the table and I have to like put it all back together throughout the session. My God.
And I feel like I'm usually the person that you like look to me. And you look at me with the most fear in your eyes. And I go, let's break it down.
Terror.
Let's break down the basics.
So scared. I had a
Campbell,
good
that
time.
is
I
so
had a good
me.
time.
That's so me.
Oh my
That's
God,
so me.
My brain just liquefies and just pours out of my head, and I go, I don't know how to play anymore.
You're the most
guys-
relatable one on
It's
the
so
show.
true.
Are you showing
I have
the notes?
so many.
Oh my
these,
goodness.
These are just mechanics notes for this game that has 2 mechanics.
I was trying, like, before we played,
This is sonnet notes.
before we played, I was trying to like get the vibe across. I was like, you, like, out of all of us, like, you could not know how to play at all. It doesn't matter. I was like, you have the biggest leeway. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You did great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What's your clout and your flunk?
My clout. Okay, I have so many clouts. I have triple the clouts.
You can have more than
of-
one.
You can
clout.
have more than one.
Yeah.
Triple the clouts of a normal gal.
Hey, it happens to the best of us.
Olivia's solo scene breaking the chair with your
Oh, yeah.
transformation.
Yes, that was really cinematic.
Thank you. I had to get a
was
little horror in
beautiful.
there.
It was gorgeous. Campbell, your character's introduction of dragging the bodies into the hallway, again, very cinematic and beautiful. And I still, like, one of the things I'm less it was less instinctual for me is describing action and, like, showing without telling. I'm like, hella, like, let's just dialogue all day. Like, we don't need to
Yes.
describe anything that's
Yeah.
happening. So yeah, I really appreciate that stuff. And my another clout that I have is narratively, what a wrap up for Lilly's character to rip up all your work and
My life's work,
your life's work, and
which is
and
published elsewhere, but
Hey, we don't know that.
not under your
Oh my
name
God.
though. Not under your name.
under a false attribution.
So yeah, my clouds are, you guys are so fun to improvise with. That was so fun. You guys are so smart and quick. And then my flop is I really thought I was gonna just think of one.
I do
using
that
my
all the
brain.
time.
Yeah, we try that all the time. If you're like, I ain't got one, you don't got one.
It could
That's
be
all right.
flopless.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
oh, I know what my flop is. My flop is that our communal parasocial relationship is now dead.
Yes.
And we
And now it's social.
we now have a social relationship.
Oh
So,
my God.
Rest in peace to our parasocial dynamic, and
Yeah.
may,
It's
may
a
it
ghost
rot in
now.
hell.
Our
Yeah.
paranormal parasocial relationship
There we go.
will haunt us.
Oh no, now we're friends in real life and we'll get to meet up and
Yeah, we'll have to meet up in
Shit.
person in LA. I love how, like, now, like, I don't know, not to sound like Francis, in our day and age, there's like two levels of, like, you meet people on Zoom and then you meet them in person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
We've added like a third
and it's
level
a
of, like,
big step.
not knowing people.
Mhm.
Uh,
Good. You are also really fun to improv with.
Yes.
Your ideas are so good, and your monologues were better than Francis's. I was kind of jealous. But
Great. No,
good.
no.
The Clementine monologues really got me.
Yeah, I thought you were a great compliment to like all of our tendencies at the table, because we never know when we bring guests in. Like, we say it every time. Every guest has been wonderful and it always goes great, but it's like, what if we bring in somebody that doesn't like
Yeah.
compliment our styles, and you did it great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I listen, as you guys know, I listen to your pod. You live inside my brain. So even though you haven't been improvising with me, I've been improvising with you.
That's true.
So true.
Oh my God.
I have,
Oh,
and
beautiful.
I also thought it would be funny. Speaking of things you wanted to shove into the show that you didn't get a chance to,
Yeah.
I think it would be funny if I tried to vie to become your guys' goblin master.
Ooh.
As a
I
person
love it.
who has never DM'd,
Excellent
would you-
start.
I just thought it would be fun to start a fight with Jared, who I've never met.
I think that would be awesome.
So let him know. I'm coming for his job.
We'll let him know.
Public fight.
Yeah.
We'll be on your side.
Yeah.
We'll have to let him out of his crate for this, guys.
Yeah. Well, he'll be back.
take
He'll
him.
be back from agility training soon.
Yeah.
But he's gonna be so fast.
He's gonna be so agile.
He's gonna
He's gonna be so tired. He's been weaving around all day.
Oh shit.
And I want to give him a clout point too, that he's so great on the show as well. even though this is a gal zone right now, like he's so wonderful.
We'll
Yes.
tell him. We'll tell him that
We'll
he
tell
also
him.
got clout.
And we also we love him so much. He's also like, if you see our TikTok, if everybody's like, the gals hate Jared, they keep him out. No, Jared refuses. He's like, that is not our marketing. I will not be in video.
Yeah.
I could tell.
He's like-
I could tell.
He's like, I am not going to infringe upon women's spaces.
And sometimes we're like, please, it would be really funny. And he's like, no.
No.
Yeah. He's on the. If you look hard, you can find him.
Yeah.
But you have to be committed. You have to really want to know what Jared looks
You
like.
gotta be looking.
But I love this. A guest DM for Gals and
I
Goblins?
know. I think that would be so fun.
You have me thinking, Jewel.
Yeah. The cogs are turning.
Jewel, before we wrap up, what else do you have to plug? I know we've talked tabletop news, the party, but anything else? You want to give social handles? This is your time to plug.
Yes, speaking of parasocial relationships, I invite you all to form a parasocial relationship with me, Jewell Karinen. My
Yes.
social media is @HelloJewel across all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I have very different personalities on every platform, so you might as well follow me on each.
That's Jewel with 2 L's.
Jewel, 2
Oh, yes.
L's.
And
Thank
these
you,
links
Lilly,
will
a
be
fellow
in the
2L
notes.
person. Campbell, also a 2L person. Olivia, you could use another L in
Olivia,
your
well,
name.
single L loser over there.
Yeah, I'll work on it.
So yes, hello Jewel, Jewell. And yeah, if you haven't watched the party, watch the party. It's all free on YouTube. If you haven't watched Tabletop News, subscribe to all our socials and to the YouTube. I'm not sure what's coming next in the new year for Tabletop News, but hopefully lots of fun stuff. So be there waiting patiently, please. For it.
We will.
But,
If you listen to this, go watch the party and comment that Gals and Goblins sit there.
yes. If you listen to this and you go comment on one of the YouTube episodes, preferably episode 6 or 7, because you watched the whole show and you had such a good time.
Yes.
I will log into the party's YouTube account and reply to it.
Yes. Yes.
So please do. And also the other thing I want to plug is Gals and Goblins are coming out with their Patreon soon, if they haven't already. And
I like this plug.
Simply must become a patron, because they're so wonderful and they make such lovely, well-produced, well-acted content. And we have to support this in this day and age.
Thank you.
Thank you for plugging our thing.
Yeah, thank you.
That's so real of you.
Well, I know, fellow Gals and Goblins, you don't want Jewel to leave, but it is the end of the episode, so
Yeah.
we'll leave you with go get your more of Jewel over at everything that she just gave you. They're going to be down in the show notes. Watch the party. If you're not watching Tabletop News,
What are you doing?
what are you doing? I
Get
don't know.
on it.
I understand if you're like, I didn't heard of the party yet, but Tabletop News, come on. But watch both of them, and we'll see you guys later.
See you on
Bye.
the other side.